Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Well, what have we here?
It's a podcast.
Fine.
And what excitement we have today.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Cottonelle bath tissue. Cottonelle bath tissue.
Not sure we're getting some sort of repeat.
Cottonelle bath tissue.
Do you remember the name of the show, Mike?
What?
Do you remember the name of that show? It was Save to Win. And when I found it, it was on syndicated programming on a Saturday morning. I was so excited with the stupidity of it. I called everybody and made you watch it.
Family Dollar.
Family Dollar, Save to Win.
Do you remember the name of the guy?
Oh, he's the God.
He's a Neely.
Yeah, he is. Exactly. He's the Neely husband. Exactly.
And the Neelys, who had a show on the Food Network, and where I don't know if I ever predicted that they would split up, but I found out that they split up after that show had aired, where they were, super cutesy in the kitchen together. Beware of the cutesy couple.
And wasn't it sort of an acrimonious split, as I recall?
I believe it was.
Yeah.
We could look it up. It's the Neelys, and I forgot what the name of the show. It's our pop culture. It comes, it goes so rapidly.
Nothing sticks.
How quickly we forget. And then they were in the wind. Family Dollar was the, one of them had to go. Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar was the one. I don't know if the Family Dollar chain is still active.
I think we have one in Leesburg, and
okay, so it's still alive.
The one I drove by last time said $1.99 ribeye steaks. I said, "Do you want to take the risk?"
Really, they had steaks in the
Yes.
Family Dollar.
Family Dollar steaks.
I don't think I've ever seen groceries of that kind. I've seen dry goods.
Well, I don't know if they have I don't know if they have a frozen section or not. The steak might have been in the dry goods.
Well, yeah, freeze-dried steak.
Just add water. Family Dollar water.
Well, look it up, Rob.
And
see what's happened with
Dollar
the Neelys.
Tree now owns Family Dollar.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so Josh has already looked it up.
Dollar
So
merger.
Who owns Dollar?
Dollar Tree
owns Family Dollar.
Family Dollar because
Okay.
there's a story here from June where they were considering selling Family Dollar.
Okay.
Mike, do you still have the
Neelys.
Dollar Tree in your yard?
No, I
planted
wish
one?
I did. That might have left around 1998. If you really were talking about, somebody cut it down and put it in the back of her car. But anywho, so here we are on day one for me of the colon blow Olympics. I have already succeeded in being a bad patient.
Oh, no. What did you do?
My specific instructions were to go on a clear diet, which is just like fruit juice, Jello,
soup
chicken
broth.
stock. I
Broth,
said
yeah.
F that yesterday. I was
Why
all
would
red
you
wine.
say
showed
that?
up.
No alcohol, but I ate because I knew I was doing a 2-day colon blow. So let me explain.
You waited, Mike. You're waiting to the last minute to cram for your exam, and this is never good.
It's really not. It's not. What it is I know it's more than what I did the last time. The last time, I should point out that my instructions I completely ignored. I had a general knowledge of what to do to prep for the colonoscopy,
Right.
but I didn't really pay that much attention. Therefore, that's why I drank all that water in the morning, and then they told me, well, what could happen? Well, you could throw up the water, and it would, cause you to aspirate all that horrible word that I had. So I really paid attention this time, but because...
But did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, I paid attention, but I purposefully chose not to because I knew what I would be doing last night. Let me explain.
All right.
Let me explain how that works. I knew that they were going from a 1-day prep to a 2-day prep. I knew it. And I knew that if I did what they told me to do last night,
Right.
And then tonight,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be okay. At least I think I'm going to be okay. If I'm not,
You're
you're going to
saying
find
that
out
you're
about
going to
it
be
next
okay,
Monday.
or the doctor said that you're going to be okay? Because yesterday, when we left you, you said you were going to stick to this because the last time you didn't, and when you got there, they sent you home. And that was very frustrating for you.
I realized that my prep would be significant enough. And for those of you that have never, God bless you, if you've never had them take a rubber hose and shove it up your dookie duke.
You must. It's wonderful.
No, it is not. But they put you under, so that's okay. But you need to do what's called a cleanse.
The cleanse.
And the cleanse involves taking in products that are designed to, and I love this word, evacuate your bowels.
Yeah, you're essentially, Mike, you're having an anal hurricane, and you need to evacuate.
You need to evacuate so that when they put the hose and camera up there to look for any irregularities, like bobby pins, hubcaps, whatever they're
Cheerios.
looking for, it needs to be a clear spring as opposed to the Seine in Paris.
That's right.
Did I explain that? And by the way, I have been successful previously on this. This was the first time, and you have to be honest, because you don't want them to, they don't know. They're relying on the honor system for you to tell them that you've done it successfully. So when I got there, I said, guys, to be honest with you, prep wasn't all that successful. Don't think I'm ready. Bada, 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 bada. And then the part that I had completely ignored was when you finish your last phase of this, then it is absolutely essential, because you're going under with anesthesia, not to eat or drink anything after your prep is complete. I did that because I was trying to facilitate the evacuation by drinking lots of water, and that didn't work either. So because of both of those things, I was sent home with without a gold star, and I was rescheduled to tomorrow. Which is
They
Thursday.
upgraded you from a 1-day cleanse to a 2-day cleanse,
Because-
which you have totally disregarded.
No,
And will
I really
you-
haven't totally disregarded it. But
Will you be honest when you go in tomorrow and
Oh,
say,
yeah.
I paid a lot of attention, but I knew better than the doctor?
No. I will go in tomorrow. If I am successful, I will tell them. If I'm not, I won't. Say what?
Yeah.
Say as a matter of fact, I might even call. But
Will
I
you use
think
a disguised voice?
Hello. Hold on.
So this is Mike calling his colon doctor, Dr. Cleanse, and he's trying to actually set up the fact that he might not have followed all the rules.
Yeah, I'm calling for Mike O'Mara. I'm calling for Mike O'Mara to let you know that his cleanse wasn't successful. Just thought I'd pass that along. He's
How
not
did he
a very
violate? How did he
responsible
violate the rules, sir?
He violated the rules by eating a piece of chicken.
Dry white chicken.
Tuesday. A beautiful roasted chicken breast. Yum,
Well, we got
yum.
news for Mr. O'Mara. Stay home.
Thank you. And now can I sing a song for you?
I wish you would.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Thurl
Here it
Rosencrantz.
is.
I still think a lot of people lie and don't tell them the truth going into
If you
that.
lie,
Yeah.
you're called out immediately. Because if
Well,
you
you're-
say, "How was your cleanse?" and you go, "It was perfect," and then you get up there and it's the Seine River, they know that
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
failed.
Oh, they
When I was
know.
hospitalized 2.5 years ago, I said I never drink.
Did you ever lie about your drinking to doctors?
I think everyone does, but yeah, I always understand.
No, don't soft pedal it for yourself. Did you ever lie?
Of course. Yeah.
to doctors about your drinking, and
Yeah, have
everyone
you?
doesn't lie.
Have you?
No,
Really?
I tell them what I've told them what I drink.
Okay. I lied.
What is okay?
I lied
Come on.
because I'm an alcoholic.
Own it. There you go.
Mike,
Attaboy.
I think I would say this. I think more people lie about it than don't. But I lied, and look where it got me. You know what? Faces of death, me.
No, I think that that when you talk about a certain level of consumption, it's probably a little concerning and embarrassing at the same time. So,
that's not the most embarrassing. That doesn't even make the top 10.
What?
I mean, the fact that I soft-pedaled the amount I was drinking. The fact that I was throwing up blood, that's nearer to the top than lying to the doctor.
As far as being embarrassed?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'd be more scared than embarrassed, I would think. That must have been terrifying, I would imagine.
It's not good.
Was it scary?
Yes, because I did not expect it at all. I mean, it wasn't like, oh, I feel sick like a flu vomit where you know it's coming. I got up and it just happened, and it looked like cherry pie filling. Yeah, you remember the movie The Witches?
Stop, God!
Josh, I'll direct
why
this
do you
away
have
from
to?
you.
Let me ask you this:
You
when
just
you can't,
outgrossed Mike.
he can't do it. He's never been able to do it. When he references,
Some would say, Mike.
Hold on a second. Wait. Before you interrupt me for the 50th time at the first 10 minutes of the show, let me just tell you this: when you reference vomit and a food item,
Yes.
you've never understood that so grosses everybody out because you're talking, you're comparing
like
it.
that. I would think some people like the illustration. For example, Josh, have you ever seen the movie The Witches of Eastwick?
No.
There's
That's
a great
funny.
scene with cherries.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Now
But-
you're referencing a movie, not a food item.
Right. When
Well-
you say cherry pie filling, it's so nasty.
Cherry pie.
It's just, I'm not 100% today, Rob. That is just so.
Well, it's
There-
better
there
than,
are
it was
areas
worse
that-
than throwing up dry chicken.
I didn't throw up any chicken.
Well, the day is young.
But I wrapped up eating for the day at about 2:00 yesterday.
Oh,
And I
you're
said,
done eating for the day.
because I didn't. I had maybe 1,100 calories tops yesterday. That's what I had, and I did it because the idea of coming in here after 24 hours, I knew how I feel when I do one day of this. And I
Right.
knew how it would be. And to be perfectly honest with you, before I came in today, just a little of the, because your body's pretty much being adjusted for this procedure.
I've done all we've both done all the tricky fad diets, and they almost always involve a fast, and it's horrible. It feels like you're dying.
Fasting is kind of okay if you do it to, oh dear,
What?
nothing. There's just.
Do you need a baby wipe?
I felt the growl. No,
Okay, I'm just checking. Now, Mike,
But-
let me play
Yes.
your advocate for a
God,
second.
he is out of control today. Go
No,
ahead.
it's you're diminished, and you're hypersensitive.
Jesus.
Mike, what
Yes.
time does the sphincter train enter the tunnel tomorrow?
My arrival time is 8 a.m. The procedure is scheduled for 9 a.m.
I was hoping it would have been in the afternoon. Then you could still technically
No,
be
I
on
wouldn't want
point.
it in the afternoon because then that would be even longer waiting without having anything.
Yeah, but then you could
any
still watch
calories.
The Price is Right.
Which of course makes everything better.
It does.
So last night, and I will go into the detail of what is required of me. So the part that I kind of ignored was the clear liquids all day yesterday. I said, I don't need to do that.
All day.
Yes, and am I trying to be my own physician, my own advocate? Yeah. And was it
fine.
letter
Just
of the
don't
law?
tell them.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Just don't tell them.
Yeah, just a minute.
Well, I mean, if you're successful with the cleanse, it doesn't matter whether you tell them.
But how do you know how successful you are? You can't check.
Yes, you can.
yeah,
No,
but you
it's
need a
called
mirror.
You know you were busy.
No,
but
it is. It's not.
can't
a
go deep
mirror.
enough.
No, you can tell by looking in the potty, boys. Come on now.
You're losing your head, Mike. Are
you're
you not a
losing your
Jello
head.
guy? Are
Huh?
you not a Jello guy?
I'm not a Jello guy, and
love
the
Jell-O.
items that I could enjoy yesterday would have been broth, lemonade,
A cool,
clear
refreshing drink.
clear sodas, Gatorade. I'm drinking liquid IV because I think that's I'm still on the clear thing, and I think that's clear. That's a lemon lime thing, so
Sure.
that to me is lemony, and that's
You could have had a Sprite.
Sprite. Yeah, so all
Tonic
things
water.
are clear. They don't want you to have like food coloring, that type of thing. But you can drink black coffee, which I had. I had black coffee
Black
this
coffee.
morning. Black Slacks, yes.
I'm surprised Gatorade is okay. That's full of color.
Green Gatorade, lemon lime Gatorade.
Ah, okay.
It's the only one you can have. So they're very
Old school.
specific about that. And then I just went, I'll go for I'll have a little protein bar, and then later in the afternoon, one single chicken breast that I just love. Carla,
So this protein bar this is the first time the protein bar has entered the conversation.
Well, that was those were the only two things I
But a moment ago
bar-
the only thing you had was chicken, and now it's chicken and a protein bar.
I wasn't withholding that information. I just didn't get to it. I didn't get to that. It was protein bar, vegan bites, and a chicken breast. That's what I ate.
So now there's vegan bites too.
Because I haven't mentioned it yet.
And how was this morning's protein shake?
I didn't have the protein shake, and I'd like to because we have a new sponsor coming on, and I'm excited about that. But thank you for getting the product placement in the show.
How was the prime rib this morning? Because if you cook it right.
Are you having fun?
Mike, I'm worried for you. That's what it is. And I'm making jokes to cover.
All right, that is it. I have mentioned everything. That if you saw my legs now, my desk has this little wooden bar going across it, and my legs are completely splayed out and resting on the wooden bench.
Will you require assistance after the show?
No.
Okay,
I'll
good.
be fine. But last night was the true beginning of the 2-day procedure, and the 2-day procedure involves this. You are to, at 5 p.m., you are to have a capful of Miralax. And
Right.
anybody that's ever used knows what I'm talking about. It's a powdered substance that you put in a cap, and you put it in 16 ounces of liquid.
Right.
And in my case, I had a little liquid IV with the Miralax, and then as you drink it, you take 2 of the Dulcolax tablets, which are teeny tiny little. And this is followed by the same thing 2 hours later.
Good.
And I'm happy to say that I went to sleep at about 10:30, 10:40 last night, and it didn't hit me until about 4:30 this morning.
How
And
urgent
even
was it?
Well, it was not urgent enough where I jumped right out of bed. I knew that I had to, but I didn't worry about it that much. We were
Okay.
having a hellacious thunderstorm in the wee hours of the morning, which happens down here in Southwest Florida. You don't get them, usually they're just like everywhere else. You get them in the afternoon and the evening.
Right. 4 to
You don't
6, yes.
overnight when you get them. That's really tropical, and I think it's beautiful. It's nature at its best, and it's fun to watch.
Mike,
Yes.
the word Miralax is actually a contraction between
Okay.
laxative and miracle. Did you find it to be miraculous?
I found it to be enormously successful.
That's great. I actually have from a website, Mike, instructions for the 2-day fast. May I share them with you?
I'll tell you if they match up with. Are you
Okay.
talking? Wait, hold on. It's not a fast.
Okay.
Are you talking about the prep?
Well, the 2-day fast, the cleanse. This is about the cleanse. Let's see if
All
it
right.
matches
That's
up with
the
what
prep.
you did.
Prep
Do
and
not
cleanse are the
drink
same.
any alcoholic beverages. Do not drink soda pop. Do not drink aids or punches. Do not eat butter, margarine, oils, lard, or fat of any kind. Do not eat fried foods. Do not eat bread. Do not eat bananas, grapes, watermelon, or any fruits other than grapefruit or cantaloupe. Do not eat canned fruits. Do not eat dried fruits. Do not eat noodles. Do not eat spaghetti or macaroni of any kind. Do not eat pizza. Do not eat popcorn, potato chips, or pretzels. Do not eat puddings or custards. Do not eat ice cream, frozen custard, or frozen yogurt. Do not eat cookies, pies, cakes, pancakes, waffles, or any baked goods. Do not eat chocolate, caramel, fudge, nougat, nuts. Do not eat syrup.
It's a 50-second
Do not
tape,
eat syrup.
but the best part is do not eat pizza.
And they do a slow
Yep.
zoom in to Dom DeLuise, and you see a tear.
It's so great.
running down his cheek. That was it. When you go back and watch that movie, I think, Rob, you agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of a hack movie. It really is. But there are moments in
there's
there.
a darkness
that are
to
fun.
it.
There's a real darkness to it. And it's weird. But for fat people, you can relate to it. And,
Yeah.
man, it's raining like hell out here. Storming Norman in Southwest Florida. So that's 2 hours later. I do the same thing. Wake up 4:30, boom, boom. And then today, I have to. I have
Did
no
you
choice.
come back to bed at 4:30 and rouse Carla and say, "These pipes are clean"?
They're not yet.
I know.
Tonight-
They're cleaner. Yeah.
Tonight, I go for the Turbolax,
Right.
which is called, and I hate the name of this product. I think it's called Go Lightly, like GOLYTELY.
That's the name of the lead character in Breakfast at Tiffany's. That's really bad marketing.
I think that's what it's called. You can look it up, but I think it's Go Lightly.
That is correct.
And it is a jug that you put water in, you can drink, and then you put the substance in, and the substance is,
There you go.
has flavor.
Oh,
there
my
it is.
God.
That's the jug. That's the
bad.
jug. And
It's a gallon if it's an ounce.
so today, I am not only supposed to drink part of that starting at 5 o'clock, but I'm also supposed to take those tablets again. This is like fail-safe. They are making sure that my
Dulcolax
teenage colon is,
Is another contraction. Dulce, meaning smooth, and lax, meaning laxative. So you have the miracle and the smoothness.
oh, God. Let me tell people this.
Okay.
If you ever get tasked with doing one of these, do it correctly the first time. Because if they double up on you, it makes it a little bit more problematic.
We have a listener in the chat room named Pia who says, "Gee, he ate a lot."
Gee, he ate a lot?
Yeah, well, actually, to be technical, geez, comma, he ate a lot.
I did not eat a lot.
You had chicken, protein bar, and protein bites. That's it.
I think it might have been in reference
vegan
to
bites.
the
What?
audio clip.
Sorry.
What? Excuse me?
I think that comment might have been in reference to the audio clip.
Oh, okay. All right. That's maybe true. So it's
I don't
here,
think so.
and then he wants to say, Rob, you know I didn't eat that much.
I know, but you are, and Josh, I think will back you
I
up
am as
here.
God made me.
Okay, true, Mike. Food happens, but you did violate what the doctor told you to do because you are outsmarting the system. True?
I'm not outsmarting. I'm simply telling you that I'm pretty sure everything will be okay.
We will see what the doctor says tomorrow. As
The
far as
doctor
you ate a
is
lot.
going to say, "Good job." That's what he's going to say when this is all.
What? As he
gotta-
escorts you out and says, "We'll see you in 2 weeks when
They
you do
come
it right."
and see you. They come and see you, or the nurse comes and sees you after they put you under. And I will not have anything to eat or drink after midnight tonight, or after the thing's done. And by the way, I have to finish everything as far as the preparation by midnight. That's the rule.
Okay. So
We'll
by the
see.
time Bill Clinton has finished speaking, you will have to have completed the jug.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay.
We will have. Let me see. I got to make sure I got so much stuff here today.
A lot of things today.
That. All right. The Democratic convention last night. I watched the roll call, and I am not as much as I am a political junkie, I'm not a big convention watcher. I just don't like them. I don't like them at all. However, I don't know how the Republican convention did it when they did the roll call, but the Democrats did it, and I have to give them an enormous thumbs up about the way they did it. They brought this DJ out, and he was spinning records appropriate to each state before they would say, South Carolina, how do you cast your votes? And they were going through, and they put a Springsteen song on when it was time for New Jersey. They put different songs that
May I
were,
show you a small clip? My favorite.
Yeah.
part last
Do you
night,
have a
and I think
clip?
the
That's
biggest
good.
part-
I'd
I do.
love to see, because I really dug this. I thought
From
it was
the
cool
great
way they
state
did
of
it.
Georgia, Mike. The song doesn't really
before
apply
you
to
play
Georgia.
it,
Right.
Before you play it, I'll love it if it's not one of the twitchy people.
Oh, it's not a twitchy person.
Because I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
Because it was not perfect, but it was interesting. Go ahead.
For the great state of Georgia, I would have thought Georgia on My Mind. That's the state song of Georgia, but that's not a crowd pumping song.
Oh, this is when they brought the rapper out.
Mike, his name is Lil Jon.
Lil Jon, famous rapper. Absolutely.
And I thought this was great. Okay.
Georgia, how do you cast your votes?
And he's in the crowd.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here tonight to officially nominate Kamala Harris for president. Fire, get loud, another round of shots. DNC, turn out for what? Turn out for what? Turn out for what?
This is not normal convention fare right here.
This is a page turner right here.
Yeah. And that's my favorite part of both conventions is watching the convention goers that get caught on camera.
The conventioneers,
There's never normal people.
No. And the thing about it, and that was the most over the top roll call because they didn't do performances for any other state, I think, other than Georgia, and they brought that out, and then they say, Mr. Secretary, the great state of Georgia, home of the peach, Kansas, it's 140, and they did it on and on. Here's the problem, all right?
There's a problem.
When you are doing something this big, where there's noise, and there are distractions, and bright lights, and public address systems, please keep the microphone out of the hands of the elderly. All right? Because the people that are elderly just can't handle it.
They're in the rearview mirror now. By the time you have Lil Jon at a convention, it's time for you to stay home and watch Wheel.
There was one young delegate
anymore.
There was one young delegate that almost brought me to an emotional moment. She was so good at what she was saying about being so excited about her future and all that. I kind of got moved by it. The vast majority of the people would take their cue and then say, New York is home of the. They did a few handoffs. I could do without any. To be honest with you, I could do. You nominate one person to be your spokesman. You don't do a handoff, and then there would be the.
Oh, horrible,
Mister. Are we? And I didn't care for that. But overall, as I said, I didn't see it at the RNC. I didn't see the Republican National Committee.
Very, very similar without the music component, but very similar of so and so.
They do the roll call. That's a ceremonial.
Yeah, that's traditional.
That's tradition. So
that they.
But
do.
same thing as awkward people and some people making it about themselves.
Always.
And it always is that. Yeah.
I have the playlist state by state.
Oh, that's
of what
cool.
Song.
Okay.
And I think they were real lazy. I think if we gave this to Rob, he could have made a much better.
I don't doubt
sweet
that
of you.
for
Thank
1
you.
second. I don't doubt that for 1 second. It was, and they weren't all like songs about the state. They were songs representing people
Did you see?
from the state.
And
you talking
and
about
sometimes
your?
they were random.
Yeah, and you're talking about the fact that some of them were too old to handle it. Did you see the Kentucky delegate? This guy's too old.
Okay, let's take a look
hold
at
on.
the Kentucky delegate right here.
I found a way to cook. Take two. I found a way to cook extra.
Harlan.
Come on over and try my crispy.
Sanders.
It's entirely different, and yet it's just as tender and tasty. No, and it's just as finger licking good.
He better cross that out.
Where was I? Oh my God! I have to remember where I was yesterday, where it happened.
Were you at an all-you-can-eat buffet?
He's so happy with himself right there. He is so happy with himself. It's older people that. Okay. It was at DBAT. Josh, you know, the place where the batting cages are. Yeah, DBAT, and my kid
you
was
guys
in the
talk
pitching
about
cage.
it. Can you give me a thumbnail?
DBAT is very simple, Rob. It's an indoor facility for baseball and softball that has batting cages.
DBAT?
Yeah,
D-BAT.
Okay.
D-bat.
all right.
Yep.
And
All
it
right.
is, and it's for you have little cages that you can pitch in, and
All right.
then you have batting cages where you can where the pitching machine pitches to you softball or baseball. But there's this old guy that comes in there, and he stops right in front of me just to go survey
look
the room,
around?
just to and pivot his whole body like that. You can't say move. You don't want to be that rude. I also got in another altercation yesterday with my kid in the car where I made a lane change to go to the drugstore to get my laxatives.
Yes. You
And
go lightly.
I cut off a motorcycle, and you'll be very proud of me. This guy came over and he said, "That thing on the right, it's called a signal. Put your signal on." And I rolled down the window. I said, "Sir, I'm sorry. I did change lanes without a signal. I ride bikes. I get it. My apologies." And he said, "No problem." And he went on. How often
good.
does that happen, huh?
Not often.
Because he was right. He was right.
Yeah.
Did I come close to nicking him? No, not even close. But I still went over into the lane without my
You got to
signal.
be aware
Not
of our
cool
friends
for-
on. Yeah,
You
you
do.
got to be aware
You
of
do.
people on bikes. You've taught me that.
100%.
But what about
And
the altercation when you were in the car with your son?
That was it. That was it.
Oh,
could
that
have
was
been
it.
a potential,
Okay. Well, that's
big
not an altercation at all. No,
And
that's
everything.
fine.
Everything was fine, and then I went in, got the laxative, and was on my way. But getting back to the convention, it was. This pisses me off too. That the big knock on the Democratic National Convention the first night when Biden spoke at something like 11:30, 11:45 at night.
11:30.
Too late.
And I watched one of the talking heads say that every single speaker went over their allotted time by double. That is BS, and that is somebody not wrangling when they should have wrangled. Apparently, last night with the Obamas speaking went a lot more smoothly.
Except
and
for
that's it.
Obama. Obama spoke like twice the amount of time he was supposed to.
Obama could
But
speak
they're-
for
but they're
10
allowed to
hours
let
at the
it-
Democratic
right.
convention,
He's
and
the
they'd say,
king over there.
Yeah, and he had a.
Couldn't they
yeah.
like bring up the music like they do at the Oscars?
I would
and play
think
them
that would
off?
be the way to do it. Bam, bam,
Yeah.
da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Josh, do you have any of the song choices for the states that they said during the roll call that might be
I
interesting?
have all 50.
Okay.
What state would you like?
How about Connecticut?
Connecticut, we have Signed, Sealed, Delivered by Stevie Wonder.
That's lazy, as Josh said, because it's not related to the state, I
You're
don't
right.
believe. Let's do Tennessee.
All right, so Tennessee, 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton from the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. That was
They really should have. They should have gone with an Elvis song there.
No.
because
Dolly
no,
is alive. Elvis is
And
dead.
they're trying to do more upbeat stuff that these young
Upbeat,
kids know.
And
Mike,
it's just
you have
not
to
related.
agree. If you did like the Rubberneckin' or one of those the new remixes of Elvis, that's a crowd thumper. They would
no,
like
no,
that.
no. They're looking for songs that are hot on TikTok.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And 9
All
to
right.
5 works there.
And none of the Elvis songs are.
Yeah, that's right, because Elvis sucks, Josh.
Well, he never
No,
took
but it's
hold to
you
TikTok.
said it yourself. It's the time.
They're
gone
aging
by.
out, but
live
Mike,
in the
that
now,
was
dude.
No, you live in the now.
You
if
live
you
in
wanted
the now.
if you wanted to have a crowd
9 to
pumping
5
song,
was not anything but an oldie. That was an oldie, but it was
Exactly,
a lady
but-
that lives in the Smoky Mountains now and happens to still be breathing.
I understand, but if you want a song to get the environment going at the convention, go with something that has a bass line.
Where are you going to go with Jailhouse Rock? That'll play right.
No,
into the,
Mike, are you not listening? I said Rubberneckin' or one of his remixes that they've done in the past 5 years that are fantastic. We
give me
stand to
another-
disagree. All right.
Give me another state.
All right. Let's see. How about Maryland?
Maryland. What did
Has
they use? I remember Maryland. They used a good one. What was the one they used for Maryland?
Aretha Franklin, Respect.
Respect. Okay.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Is
They could have
Aretha
gone with
from-
Elvis. Kidding. Mike, that was a joke. Aretha is not from Maryland, no.
So that really didn't.
So
have
then that would
anything
be
to do
lazy.
with- What would they go? California. What did they do for California?
California is the next episode. They have multiple songs. The next episode with Dr. Dre featuring Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
California Love with Tupac and Dr. Dre. All Right with Kendrick Lamar and Not Like Us.
All right, very modern. That's good. I like that. And
I would
let's
have
go
done
with
Katy Perry, California Girls. I like that.
Let's go with
Why'd California get so many songs?
because they passed the first time. The home state of the
Okay.
nominee gets the final
Okay.
roll call.
I did see
and
them
then the
pass.
second
Okay,
to
that's
last
correct.
state is the vice president, so it was Minnesota. And
Okay.
then what would be a good music state? What did they use for?
Well,
what-
Minnesota had Kiss and 1999 by Prince.
Oh, yes.
Strong.
Purple.
So that
Very
worked out.
strong.
Awesome. All right, we got to take a break. We will come back with the round table, and I will hopefully not have to duck out during the show today, although there were a couple of moments during the initial segment where it almost
gurgle?
happened. No, there wasn't a gurgle. God almighty. We'll take a break, and then we will come back
Don't be
with,
fussy, Mike.
with Josh and Mike and Rob right here on the Mike O'Mara Show. The Mike O'Mara Show is proud to welcome a brand new sponsor, Nurture Life. As a parent, I don't need to tell you how busy I am constantly or how busy you are. That's why you need Nurture Life. You see, Nurture Life is a meal delivery service focused on helping busy parents easily feed their babies and kids from 10 months all the way to 10 years old, even 11 years old. My son is taking it. He's 11. The company provides fresh meals and snacks that are delicious, nutritious, and fully cooked. It arrived at the house. Michael O'Mara has already eaten all of them. They're ready to serve in just 1 minute. Nurture Life lets kids enjoy a healthy diet while still eating all of their favorites like mac and cheese, spaghetti and meatballs, and so much more. He loves it. Michael is a corn dog fan, and he loves them at Nurture Life. They're beautiful. So what sets Nurture Life apart from other meal delivery services? It's how amazing they taste and how healthy they are at the same time, which is a difficult combination most of the time, but it's not for Nurture Life, and it's allergy friendly. It's about time that a flexible meal subscription existed for babies and kids. So head to nurturelife.com and use code TMOS for 55% off your first order. That's right, 55% off. More than half. Once again, nurturelife.com for 55% off, and make sure you use our promo code TMOS so they know that we sent you, ladies and gentlemen. Time for our round table. We begin today with a very interesting story that I was looking at. A very, sad, but everybody knew it was coming. And, of course, it's over. It's over. It's over now. I'm talking about Jennifer Lopez. She filed for divorce from Ben Affleck. She listed April 26th as their separation date. They were married in July of 2022, so they made it an entire 25 months. A lot of people thought this one wouldn't last.
Did they date before they married? Because it seems like they've been an item for a long time. I guess I'm not plugged into the social scene like I should be, but it seems
Well, they
like
were together for a long time prior
right? Yeah,
to
okay,
this.
okay.
I'm sure they got back together and then decided to get married.
Yes.
21 months if you go from their separation. That's how long they lasted. Sources say
good.
no. What's that?
That's pretty good.
Sources say there's no prenup. Get horny Bob Spiewak on the phone. We have to play that game that Rob
The
played
Be Quiet
in the car.
game, Mike. Yes.
Sources say there's no prenup. Here's a rundown on some of the assets that are at stake. Ben and J-Lo got back together in 21 after previously dating in the early 2000s. They'd actually set a September 2003 wedding date, but they called that off their first go-round. They officially ended the relationship in January of 2004. On Sunday, Ben was spotted with his other ex, Jennifer Garner, my favorite, having dinner in New Haven, Connecticut with their daughters, Violet and Serafina. They were dropping Violet off for her freshman year at Yale. I know I should say, hey, Jennifer Garner, you've done really, really well, but there's part of me that has the Felicity Huffman feeling when I see this. Another famous, wealthy child going to an Ivy League school. But no, I mean, who knows what the circumstances are, and congratulations to Violet for getting into Yale University, everybody. You can talk now.
Yale is the they call it the VCU of the North.
That's Virginia Commonwealth University, where Rob
Maybe
went.
I shouldn't have talked.
Snoop Dogg loves his weed. We all know that.
Yeah.
But he also knows how to show respect. He was recently hanging out backstage. I think it might have been for the Jimmy Buffett tribute show. After the show, he was enjoying a blunt when someone told him that Sir Paul McCartney wanted to meet him. Obviously, Snoop said yes, and he started putting out his blunt. Paul told him to keep on toking because Paul's cool. Snoop says, Cuz walks in the room, don't put that down. He give me a hug, and he meets me, and it's like, Effing Paul McCartney knows who the F Snoop Dogg is. I like that Snoop Dogg's a little humble because he's the hottest thing in the world right now with the Olympics. And
I like that he called Paul Cuz.
Cuz.
Hey, Cuz.
Yeah. And go ahead.
You wouldn't want to meet Snoop without a blunt in his hand.
Absolutely.
That's how you want to meet him.
Yeah. Cuz says, let's hug. There we go.
Was it, as with Snoop being everywhere, is this also the week that he was on Wheel of Fortune? Or was that an old clip that's now going viral?
Was Snoop on Wheel of Fortune?
It
Rob,
has
you
to
watch
be
Wheel of Fortune.
Occasionally. It has to be a rerun because they've stopped taping for the summer. So.
All right, there's a clip going around of him helping everyone win at Wheel of Fortune.
Now, when Wheel comes back, Vanna will
I'm
still...
sorry. Price is Right. I had the wrong game.
Oh, Price is Right. Okay.
Price is Right.
Well, I think that's an old clip, too. I do.
Okay.
And I don't mind asking a Wheel question because I remember it came on the other night, and I'm looking at it, I said, when is the tapings with Sajak, when is that going to end? Because Seacrest takes over, right? And
in the fall, yeah.
And Vanna will still be the letter turner for a while, right?
Yeah, and she's actually this is a great time. She's taking a couple months while they're running the reruns to have her head enlarged to make sure she looks super good on TV.
I thought you were going to say she's going to have a colonoscopy. So.
No, that's silly.
Sky gazers across the United States and the rest of the world have a treat in store. It's happening next week when a rare, super moon, blue moon will come into view. One of 4 on tap in the coming months. The upcoming supermoon event begins at 2:26 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Monday and will last for 3 days, according to NASA. Full supermoons tend to be spectacular sights because they are the biggest and brightest full moons of the year. And if you live in some place like Maine or Colorado or Montana,
anywhere away from streetlights, really.
I live in a neighborhood they call a stargazing neighborhood because they keep the streetlights down.
No, they call it a stargazing neighborhood.
I don't know what that is.
And Mike, actually, if you don't have access to it or you're impatient, tomorrow there's going to be a super full moon at your doctor's office.
Bada bing, bada boom. You want to get Rob Spiewak wound up for his show, you have a medical procedure.
Mike, because I can relate. I can relate.
Next week's Super Moon Blue Moon event will be the first. Will be the first of 4 consecutive supermoons during the remainder of this year, along with upcoming full moons on September 17th, October 17th, and November 15th. Yes, Josh.
Mike, what's the date of that article? Because the chat is saying it happened this past Monday.
Oh, I missed it?
And I did notice a lot of people taking pictures outside on Monday night. So you might have missed it.
I'm a little depleted.
I saw the moon. It was so big you could see that it had eaten vegan bites the night before.
So, well, wait a minute. Let me double check.
Well, no, there's still more moons coming up. It's just we're in the thick of moon.
Well, that's what I'm looking up to see.
All right, so one says October, says September 17th.
For the next ones, yes.
So
because you said there were going to be 4 this year.
Yeah. So there's one. All right. So the upcoming ones.
Yep. August 19th was the supermoon for August.
Look at how happy.
I saw it. It wasn't all that. I hear the September one's going to be better
though, because it really is. It saves my ass in a way that I don't have to an hour later, be looking it up online. I'm very sorry. I was thinking about taking Dulcolax when this happened. But let me give you the next ones.
Okay,
September
great.
17th. That hasn't happened yet.
Not yet.
October 17th and November 15th.
Mm-hmm. That'll be good. The supermoon.
The moon this week happens at the hospital tomorrow when I go in and get
supermoon
knocked out. The moon's, you look, see, here's you see. You look up at the moon and it's really, really bright. Supermoon, blue moon.
Huge. It's great.
Blue moon. Let's move on, shall we?
Please.
This is a cool story. We've seen so many celebrities that have this disease, and I've known people that I play golf with that have it also. A brain implant guided by AI could provide around-the-clock personalized care for people with Parkinson's disease, and this is a brand new study, and they're saying this is possible. The implant will use AI to monitor a patient's brain activity for changes that can cause movement problems during the day and insomnia at night. I was not aware that the Parkinson's, and of course it would be.
Of course, with the shaking, I would think, yeah.
The device spots troubling activity. It intervenes with precisely calibrated pulses of electricity called deep brain stimulation, DBS. And in essence, the implant creates a closed loop in which the symptoms are continuously tamped down as Parkinson's patients go about their daily lives. And I think that's wonderful. And that's modern
awesome.
medicine, and I think
Love
that's super cool. Yeah, you know, I'm going to throw this out there because I've been adding videos to the show, and I've got a young girl, and she's popping up on my feed, and I'm torn because I am enthralled with her, but I don't want to exploit her at the same time. She's a young lady with Tourette's syndrome, and she is very, very popular online. And she does videos about her daily life, complete with the tics and all the things. And I've done a couple of golf tournaments for Tourette's syndrome, and there's just a wonderful group of people. They have the tics. Outside of that, they are just like you and I, and it's very, very difficult, obviously, when they do this. But I'm just wondering what you thought if I brought these a few of these videos from this wonderful young lady into our show, because I think
I think you should. I don't think you're not.
She's a beautiful young girl too. She really is.
You're not making hay on the fact that she has Tourette's. You're making hay on the fact that she's sharing what her life is, and it's not like you've gotten surveillance footage. She's putting it out there.
She's putting it out there.
Would you
obviously
like to see
she
one
has
now?
a message. Yeah.
Yeah. What's her name, Josh? Does it have her name on there? Is it Bailey or something like that?
Balin.
Balin.
And here is a clip of her.
All right, this is Balin.
Got the
Check
straw
Balin
from the
out.
dollar store, and we're gonna put candy in it. You're a bitch. Your mom's a bitch.
That's the Tourette's.
Yeah.
Your dog's a bitch.
Wow.
Excuse me while I get this off. So I removed.
That's
that
when
one.
she's
I just
very
have to
young.
Take this one.
Yeah.
Peekaboo. Cunt.
Oh dear.
Fuck off. Hello. Hello. Fuck off.
Oh dear.
So I got the first bag open. I'm gonna get the second bag open, but peekaboo. Yeah. Hello.
Is the British accent another affect of the Tourette's?
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely. All right, so that's I want to play some of the older ones that she's done. She's really young there. I guess she's been doing these for a very long time, because there are some that are.
But that one is 2 years old, it says.
Okay, play one more from her. She is just fascinating.
I don't get to
me.
say this much about seeing a young woman on social media. I have that hoodie she was wearing. We have
Do you
dressed
really?
the same. Yeah, it's a WVU hoodie.
Wow,
like where Robert
that's very
goes.
cool.
So,
All right, let's play let's play one more from her, because it's fascinating to me. It
Yeah,
really is.
it is.
So by the end of the day, my body is kind of worn down, and it kind of like goes through like a tired phase, because my body's obviously been ticking all day. So by the time it comes nighttime, my body's tired, it's worn down, it's ready to go to bed. But it doesn't last very long. So like when I'm sleeping, hello, Dana wins, Dana wins, Dana wins. So by the time it's worn down and blah 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 whatever, it doesn't last very long. So like when I'm sleeping at night, I'll wake up periodically, like with cramps, kicking, pounding, wind it up, things like that.
I just think she does a service to people
It's
by
valuable.
explaining what that's all about. So if you encounter someone like that, you completely dig what they are experiencing, and I just think she's wonderful. I think she's absolutely wonderful with what she's doing.
If you're like me, what is your sort of analysis of Tourette's is what I saw in LA Law. And that's all I know it from, because
Absolutely.
it's not out there. I think it's very valuable what she's doing. It makes me understand it a little more.
Yeah,
Very,
I don't
very
know
cool.
I don't know anything about Tourette's, and but it's fascinating, and I love that she's taking people's questions.
Yeah,
and
that's
answering
great.
them.
Yeah,
Like
great
that
stuff.
was a response to how do you sleep?
Yeah, very, very cool. And her name's Balin, and she's viral. She's everywhere. Finally today, Gosder Cherilus, a former lineman for 9 seasons in the NFL, is facing several federal charges after he is accused of urinating on an elderly woman for approximately 20 seconds during a flight from Boston to Ireland. Delta Flight 154 from Boston to Dublin on August 17th returned to Boston's Logan Airport due to an unruly customer and was met by law enforcement. The story goes like this. Plane is more than 3 hours late leaving Boston.
Okay.
As far as alcohol is concerned, that can be problematic. You're in an airport, you're waiting. Sometimes you get out of hand. Cherilus is absolutely loaded. He pees on this woman. He fights with another elderly passenger, takes his hand to him. By the way, he's like 6'6". He's massive.
Right.
Then he returns to his seat, passes out. Plane turns around after being 3 hours late. How's that for your little Ireland vacation? Turns around, goes back to Boston. State police command him to get off the plane. He resists arrest. Now facing a ton of charges. They don't enumerate them right here. The elderly woman facing a large laundry bill. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. You never know on modern airfare nowadays. You just don't know. I hope I had the dates right on that, Josh, because now I'm super paranoid about that I had that one.
Well, that doesn't matter. Nothing to look forward to there.
Correctly. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with Rob Spiewak.
Thank you.
And Mike O'Mara talking about Josh when we come back on the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody. The heat of summer's here, and your favorite summer treat could be giving you extraordinary hydration. I'm talking about Liquid IV. Here it is. Liquid IV has refreshing summer flavors. Now, this is my old standby.
It's a lemon lime. You love it.
Love it, love it, love it. How about this one? Popsicle firecracker,
Ooh,
rainbow
so good.
sherbet. That hits the spot when you need transformative relief all summer long. All summer long, all summer long.
Charlie, you like the Beach Boys?
I do, Rob. I do.
But you know what? Mike Love is a dick.
Indulge. And by the way, you know what I want to talk about if we can next week? Rob Spiewak, I know you've seen these videos. Frankie Valli.
What's with him?
Oh, my God. Hey, listen, back to Liquid IV. Indulge in
Yes,
hydration with electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients from the #1 powdered hydration brand in America, Liquid IV. The secret is LIB Hydroscience, the science-backed formula that's an optimized ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested extraordinary hydration. You'll love it. You'll love it, love it, love it. Check out 5 delicious sugar-free flavors: raspberry, melon, rainbow sherbet, white peach, green grape, and lemon lime. And the return of fan favorite hydration multiplier, cotton candy.
It's about time. I love that cotton candy.
I love them all. I love them dearly. Or grab a variety pack. Fun. Tear, pour, live more. Indulge in hydration this summer with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code TMOS at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code TMOS at Liquid IV. Rob Spiewak, I got dealer's choice for you. We can talk about Josh's wonderful project. What did he build? We can talk about international poop news, or you have been wanting to get to school lunches. Your choice.
Okay, school lunches is a little more timely because a lot of people are headed back to school. So let's go with that. But don't lose the fact that Josh, for some reason, decorates his house with bats. I don't like that.
It's very interesting. Very interesting. We will get to it. It will keep.
It will keep.
Mm-hmm.
Fairfax County, which is a local moneyed county here in Virginia, they started having their students back to school. Loudoun County gets students tomorrow. Carrie is excited about that. And it makes me think about the fact that because there's summer vacations.
You
over,
put that
you know,
in quotation marks. Does that mean she's not excited?
Well, it means officially the summer vacation is over. It's not great. She's been going in for a week or so.
I spoke to a school friend of mine, a person who works in a school, who was very, very definitely not excited about the return of the kids.
I think it's a common trait among our teachers, Mike. I remember going to school in Virginia. It was after Labor Day because of the so-called King's Dominion law. Did you know about that?
What's the King's Dominion law?
The King's Dominion lobbyists got the school day, beginning of school after Labor Day, so theme parks could have an extra weekend with the kids not in school. And
No,
that
that's
held
not
for a
true.
long time.
That's
It's not.
why it happened. No.
Why is that?
It's just a false PR from King's Dominion.
Well, no, Mike, I'm not in favor of that. I think that's garbage. That's putting money ahead of that.
I'm just ramping you up. That's all.
Apparently, it was a law.
Yeah.
That Governor Ralph Northam had to sign something to take it away in like 2 years ago.
Yeah, but they actually lobbied for it. I think it was Taft Broadcasting lobbied for the school after that. But I
Founded
think
by
that
William Howard Taft.
2019. 2019 is when it went away.
Okay. All right. So now they go to school earlier.
Yeah, William Howard Taft would hate theme parks. He wouldn't fit on anything.
He had a special bathtub installed in the White House.
I have that same model. Did you know that?
With the lion's claws.
Yes, and handles. But this pissed me off because I was reading about, and I'm in a fairly, I don't represent it, but a fairly moneyed county as well, which is adjacent to
you
Fairfax.
represent it, okay.
Mike, they are going out of their minds with, and you quit it.
Okay.
When the school lunches, when you think of school lunches,
Yes.
because you were a county kid like me, what do
Yes.
you think of? I think of one thing.
What's that?
Is that we got pizza on Fridays. I remember that.
I'd probably be with you, and we had, you and I.
And it
both
was
with
garbage pizza.
It was
I mean,
garbage
horrible.
pizza, but it was still pizza. And then the yeast rolls that they had. They had these dinner rolls that they would serve yeast rolls.
And
it
did
was
your
great.
lunch ladies make them themselves?
They made them themselves because they all had infections.
The Connecticut school health care, not on top of it. At that time,
Your yeast rolls ready. We're out of them. I'll get one.
Did you say Betty?
I'll get them. All right.
Betty will make the yeast rolls.
Betty's got them. She's got lots of them.
So they did a rollout of the food that Fairfax County is going to serve this year. Listen to this.
Okay.
These are some of the dishes, and they're saying, oh, we're all about diversity as far as ethnicity and nutrition.
Okay.
Did you ever get served empanadas, chicken tikka masala?
Oh, that's
Did you
good. Those are both good.
Smoothies, waffles, turkey gyros, Nashville-style hot chicken street tacos.
Oh, hello.
A berry cheesecake smoothie bowl.
I love
Spicy
these.
rice power bowl.
What are they upset about? It all sounds
Well,
good.
No, I'm upset because where
because
was
you're
the
jealous.
effort? Yeah, where was the effort when we were going to school?
I agree. How about that? Man, that is like
Baja
that's
fish
amazing.
tacos, yucca fries, or is it yucca fries?
I think it's yuca. But man,
Yeah.
that's wow. I haven't
But
heard
it
a
al-
bad menu item yet.
It also says a lot about the kids in that district because none of that is kid food.
Yeah, but it's all really good food too,
It is.
and
It
there's a
is.
Latin American component
Right.
in there,
A
which I
lot of
think
flavor.
reflects the population of Latin Americans in the
If
area.
I think back to getting food at Madison High School, there wasn't a lot of spice involved.
No, and that just says flavor. Especially as soon as you led with empanadas, that
Yeah.
sounds exciting. It sounds really.
We had
really
a salad
good.
bar in the latter years of my high school days, and they would do taco meat one day a week. That was a big deal. But
We
the taco
had-
meat was almost non-spiced.
This was not public school. This was a private university, private college. When I went for 2 years to Marist College up in Poughkeepsie, New York, where Bill O'Reilly also attended
Was your
school.
roommate.
Was my roommate. That's a lie. But it was when I arrived, and I know it was short-lived. Might have been only one semester. When I
Yeah.
arrived, the people that were in charge of catering were the Culinary Institute of America. The CIA, as we called it, not the espionage CIA.
Wow.
And they were up the road, just up the road in mid-state New York. And they came in. Man, I am telling you, they trained their culinary experts they had steamship rounds. They had fantastic seafood dishes. And we were the recipients of this because the
How
kids
many
were...
Marist students died of consumption of food?
It was fantastic. And then overnight, it seemed, they switched to the Mackey Corporation. And we went from fine dining to prison food in 24 hours. And I'll never forget that. So it's a big deal. And I'm happy for the kids in Fairfax County.
At VCU, we had the big key item and a topic that actually got our college radio station was piped into the dining hall. And we got shuttered for 2 weeks because I did a rant about the cheese eggs, and it was going to the different employees. Mike, if you think
eggs, like the scrambled eggs with cheese in them?
Mike, if you thought Go Lightly was effective,
yeah, I get it.
The cheese eggs. If you had a 75-minute class at 8:00, it was we used to call it a race with the devil.
You were talking about this in the radio show while it was broadcasting into the dining hall.
Yeah.
So people had to hear you talk about this while eating.
That's like the cherry pie feeling. He doesn't know.
I'm still one of the only of 2 people in my graduating class that are still in radio. So there's that.
There's that.
And also, Mike, going back to Marist, I would wonder if Bill O'Reilly would talk about if they serve chicken tikka masala in the dining hall, how Bill O'Reilly would do it.
Yeah, all right. So you get your Indian food. I don't know. And then, of course, Mike O'Mara transferred down to American University. And, we all remember those days in the late 70s, early 80s. And you know what they served in the cafeteria at American University? Do you know
What's
what they
that?
served? Quaaludes.
Did you get the yeast rolls?
Yeah, with a big Quaalude in it. There you go. We have to take a break. When we come back, we've got some beautiful video
Oh,
for
Mike,
you.
that is beautiful video.
And we are very excited about that. And lots more fun and more thrills coming up on the Mike O'Mara Show. Ladies and gentlemen, we will return with some beautiful video, including puppies! Hey, everybody. Generalissimo Spiewak.
Yes.
Sound the alarm.
Mike, the alarm is this.
Hey, you guys!
Yes, sir. Whenever you hear that, you know we're talking about the TMOS Shout Society. That's a brand new TMOS feature that lets your message take center stage. Whether it's a birthday, an anniversary, an exciting milestone, this is your chance to broadcast your message to the entire O'Maraverse. Give a shout out to your favorite person, or even request a special plug for your podcast from the one and only Charlie, or Arnold, or Bob Barker, or even Rob, if that's your thing.
Boo.
Josh is also available for announcing your favorite greeting. Do you need a business boost? Have an impression announce your brand in have an impression announce your brand. What does that mean?
Yeah, Mike, doing an impression, one of your impressions.
Have an impression. All right.
Yeah.
It's unrewarding.
An impressionist.
If you want, you have an impressionist announce your brand in the or mimic in the most unforgettable way. Checking all the boxes. The TMOS Shout Society is all about making your message loud, proud, and part of the show. And for a limited time, personal shouts are 25% off. Get all the Shout Society info at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Talk to us, and let's have some fun, everybody.
It's up there in the
is.
store page.
Beautiful video.
Beautiful video. We start today, ladies and gentlemen, with why I am not a cat person. If you can get this much love from cats, I will buy a cat. But I tell you, you can't. Take a look. This is so adorable. Here they come. Puppies.
Golden
little puppies. Look at the puppies.
Oh, my God.
No
That's
greater
heaven.
feeling in the world. There they all are with their tails going a mile an hour.
The puppies are so little, Mike, they still have the pointed tail.
The pointed tails and wagging, and they look like golden retrievers, little baby golden retrievers. They're
that's
adorable.
heaven right there to be have that many puppies.
This
Wow.
guy goes out and does something that I think we would do back in the day, but he did it for us, and it was a little fast food experiment that I found pretty interesting about the cheapest food at fast food
Who has the
joints. Take a look at
cheapest
this.
item? Starting with McDonald's. Can I just get the cheapest thing on the menu? Okay. Thank you. They gave me a hamburger, but I don't think it's setting any records. This is not a good deal. But maybe Wendy's can do better. Can I just get the cheapest thing on the menu?
$1.93 for McDonald's.
Looks way better than McDonald's. And the price is better too. Next up,
$1.62.
Can I just get whatever the cheapest item is on the menu? I had my doubts, but they gave me a biscuit. Look, if you're gonna give me butter, I'm gonna use it. Which takes the lead. That is pretty good. But can it be Dunkin'? Can I just get whatever the cheapest item is? Oh, it's free? Thank you. Well, I got water for free. This doesn't count. I can get that at home. But at Taco Bell, can I just get whatever the cheapest item on the menu is?
Like the very cheapest?
The beans and cheese burrito. Why is it floppy? Sorry, Taco Bell. You're not winning. But maybe BK. Can I just get the cheapest thing on the menu? Thank you so much. We got 2 cookies. They're in the lead. Don't mind if I do. But how about Popeye? This is the last chance. Hopefully they make it count. I was just wondering if I can get the cheapest item on the menu. I can't believe this.
Will be expensive.
Ranch for 25 cents.
Oh
Dressing. Ranch dressing, 25 cents.
They shouldn't charge for. They shouldn't.
Was that
charge for
Popeyes
that.
at the end? Where is that?
Yeah,
where he
that was Popeyes. Yeah,
love that ranch dressing at Popeyes. That's funny. I like that.
That's a cop out, is what that is.
Yeah. I don't know what the winner was. It was he moved through it pretty quickly, but
I think
it
the
looked to
biscuit
me,
might have won.
You really like that? Just a single.
Well, no, as far as being cheap and getting what you want, that was the cheapest, appealing looking piece of food.
I don't know. I like maybe one of the junior burgers at Wendy's. I think that might be the
I
the
think
best.
Wendy's
value
beat McDonald's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wendy's
it
beat
did.
Mickey D's, which I think is real cool. A D-Day veteran. My father served in World War II. The greatest generation is one of the greatest expressions I've ever heard, because I believe it with all of my heart. The sacrifices that people, all you selfish bastards that are in your 50s and 60s right now, your parents were pretty part of a pretty wonderful generation that really put a lot on the line to keep America. And this is a D-Day veteran that really says he's one of the last around. Let's take a peek at him right now.
Keyest thing is, I'm sitting here talking to you about my experience. I am the only one left out of all those guys I was with. They've all gone on. This can't last forever. In less than 2 months, I'm going to be 101. Wow. I don't have an ache or a pain in my body. I'm blessed. I truly am blessed.
That is just a special moment, and they're all gone.
That makes
they're
me
all gone
think, would you want to be the last of a group like that?
I don't know. I mean, it's sad. My mom, God rest her soul, when she was at the end of her life, she talked about one of the saddest things being all of her friends going, and that's that's where you are at that stage of your life. And when you get to be his age, your kids are going before you. So it's amazing. But I can
relate, Mike,
that.
because you and I are the only two left from this show.
Thank you, Josh.
But wait till you're 101.
Yeah, you wait till I'm 101. You can visit me in the ground.
Yeah, he took them today. If you had any memories, I'm kind of nostalgic on the show today. Maybe it's because I'm taking colon blow, but one of my most vivid memories was my dad's coolest car, which was a 67 or 68 Cougar XR7. And when he came driving in the driveway with
green,
this thing,
right?
Oh my God! And the other night I was looking at a Plymouth Satellite Sebring, another green one that that I inherited and got to take to college, which was really cool. And then when I finally bought my own car, he let me trade that in. And I remember we went into the dealership with the car engine still running because we were worried if we turned it off it would quit. If you have any memories of your parents' cars, check this guy out. This is for you. This is really, really interesting.
Walks up, no one else around, and I look up and he's wearing a hat that says 2000 GT. And I go, it's funny, is that a Toyota 2000 GT hat? And he goes, oh, you know the 2000 GT? And I go, I do know the car. My father had one. I grew up in one. And he's like, your dad had one. I have 9 of them. So we start talking. I go, yeah, I'll show you some photos. That car like started me on this journey. Like my earliest childhood memories were being in that car with my dad in Puerto Rico. Or he said something about, oh, it's funny that your dad had one. I go, yeah, it was the only one on the island of Puerto Rico. I see movement and I look up at him and he's turned to me and his eyes are as big as saucers and he goes, I have your car. What do you mean you have my car? I have your family's car. I bought it from your family. And I'm blown away. So I show him the photo of me in the little electric car and he goes, do me a favor, zoom in on the plate. So I zoom in on the license plate. He goes, I still have the original plate. And the guy turns to me and goes, where do you live? And I go, Southern California. He goes, listen, I live in Florida. You have to promise me you will fly out to Florida and I want you to drive your dad's car. And I don't want you to drive it. I want you to drive it. How cool is that? The car that got me started.
That is so cool.
I mean, I just completely empathize with that if somebody said, hey, you've got the green Cougar XR7, I look at those all the time. I would give anything for one of those. They're
true
spectacular.
story. In the mid-'90s, when I had my black Caprice, because, I only bought Caprices for a long time.
Yeah.
This was after the cop cars.
Right.
This was the black Caprice. Brad, my best friend, bought a Impala Super Sport that was also black. And they looked like brother and sister. Of course, my car was not as tough, so mine was the sister. But he loved that Impala. He raced it. He tweaked it. He did a lot of engine customization. And eventually, he matured and he sold it. And he was sad. He said, I should have never sold that car.
Right.
And he was looking on Facebook Marketplace. And he found what he thought was his car and wrote the guy and got the VIN. And it was his car. And he drove down, and to this day, he rebought it, and he has that car back.
That's cool.
He has it in his driveway.
American
it's
is
so
apple
cool.
pie right there, right?
I mean,
we love our automobiles in America.
Yes.
Josh Soroka, Mike O'Mara, this final little clip is for both Josh and me.
Okay.
Rob has been happily married for how many years now?
27 in October.
27 in October.
No, 28 in October. Forgive me.
Unquestionably, one of the greatest working comedians of our day is Chris Rock. And Chris had some marital issues, and nobody can set up a bit like Chris Rock. Take a look at this. He has
16 years in the era of the cell phone, which means my 16 years is actually longer than my parents' 40. That's right. In 16 years, I had more contact with my ex-wife than my parents did in 40 years. Okay, my father used to leave for work at 6:30 in the morning and come home at 8:30 at night. And during the day, him and my mother had absolutely no contact at all. None. Okay? That's what a relationship used to be. The kids could have been dead. And he wouldn't have found that shit out till he got home. He'd be like, hey, the kids are dead. What time they died? About 8 hours ago. Damn, I missed it.
So Mike, that's
what I got for
I
you.
like that. So
beautiful video. Got some
That
more
is
coming
beautiful.
up from Rob Spiewak on the Mike O'Mara Show. And back in the day, it was it. Dad comes back late, no problem at all. Fantastic. And then
That's why marriages lasted, Mike.
and then greeted by puppies when he walked in. Full circle on the Mike O'Mara Show. We will take a short break. When we come back, a little beautiful video from Rob Spiewak. Whether you're a seasoned gym goer or just starting your fitness journey, ladies and gentlemen, your workout really needs Fitbod. It's a fitness app that customizes each workout based on your goals and adapts them as you improve. Fitbod tailors a personal workout based on your time and equipment constraints. So, whether you got 10 minutes or 2 hours, Fitbod can help you get better with each workout. Fitbod creates a personalized workout routine based on your goals, fitness level, and available equipment. Fitbod tracks your muscle recovery so you can avoid burnout and keep up your momentum. It's like a personal trainer, but it's better, it's cheaper, and it's easier to build a custom fitness plan that works for you. Add Fitbod to your workout essentials. Join Fitbod today to get your personalized workout plan. Get 25% off your subscription or try the app for free at fitbod.me/TMOS. That's FITBOD.me/TMOS. More great video right now, ladies and gentlemen. There he is.
had some beautiful video.
Real quick, Mike, there's some question in the chat right now. Will there be a show tomorrow? Yes, there will be a show while you are getting your cleanse praised by doctors left and right. I'll be here along with noted comedian, TV star Adam Ferreira. And he was so quick to come to our aid. I really appreciate it. Adam is a good guy and a funny guy. So make sure you check tomorrow's show.
We will be a little later in the morning.
That's true.
10 a.m. show.
10 a.m. show tomorrow. Rob with Adam Ferrara. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate you that when I'll have a tube up my butt and be under general anesthesia, not knowing whether I'll come to again.
Make that a T-shirt, Josh. Tube up my butt.
What's going on?
Mike, we've had this job a long time.
Yes.
We together have been together 30-some years.
Yes, we
But not 54 years like the lady who works at Whataburger. She's finally.
I've never been to Whataburger.
I neither have I. Is it a flyover state burger place? Is it a Central of America place?
They're all over Florida.
Oh, they are?
They're
Mike, you got to do it. You got to do it.
We don't have any around my area in Florida. Come on now.
Travel, man.
There's a chicken tender joint my kid went nuts for, Josh.
Jack's?
Yes.
Jackson's?
No, the one... Zaxby's is the one that's everywhere, but there's a new one that's really trending on TikTok.
The kids just go nuts. We had to go when we went over to the East Coast.
And I had to take my kids when we went on vacation.
Both went through the same thing because we have the similar age.
Cane's.
That's great.
Cane's,
chicken is the
Robert loves it, and I asked him, I said, how is it? He says, well, I don't like the coleslaw. I said, well, I guess that's screaming praise.
The tenders were good.
He loved them.
Credit where credit's due.
And the sauce is big. But 54 years, Mike, when you go to Whataburger, you're not going to get this kind lady because she be retired.
Good morning, sir. Welcome to Whataburger.
What a memory
I'm good. How are you, sir?
of that first Whataburger.
I thought it was the best burger I had ever ate. And I thought, well, I could do that.
Love at first bite.
I got it. And is this for here to go?
Was in 1970.
Okay, you're number 84.
That's when Connie Claxton went to work for
Connie
Whataburger,
Claxton, Mike.
and she never left.
I still eat a junior burger every morning.
In 54 years, she worked at 10 locations. Terrell, Texas, the longest.
And I was there approximately 18 years. Married one of my customers. I would take his order. He had a special needs boy. He was so kind to them, and I thought, man, what would it be like to marry to him?
They were married 3 decades until he died 11 years ago.
It was high cholesterol, Mike, that got him.
And by the way, what a criteria to pick your husband, right? He had a special needs kid, and he was so kind that I thought he'd make a great husband. If wisdom comes in many different forms, ladies and gentlemen. What a little barometer to decide who you want to hang out with. That's
the same lady, Mike. That's the same lady that chose her career of over half a century because it was a good hamburger. So,
well, I wish she worked at my Whataburger because they're the slowest fast food place around here.
I'm not sure you need a 54-year employee to speed
but
up
the food
service.
is good.
Okay.
Cynics abound. I am surrounded. I'm feeling like colon blown nostalgic today, and you guys are peeing all over it, just like that guy on the flight to
Mike,
Ireland.
for 20 seconds, I peed on it.
Yes, you did. Yeah, 20 seconds. God, that's gross when I think back on
I
that.
love these kids because their bus route was changed. And as is so common in their area, I'm not sure where it is, but the communication between the school and the county and the students was lax. So they did not know when their bus route had changed. So did they complain? Did they write letters? No. These creative kids launched a music video, and it's called Where My Bus At.
Where my bus at? Where my bus at? I just need a way to school, so where my bus at? Where my bus at? So where my bus at?
Little clips of the kids.
Isn't it great?
And I wish that it was back like it was before. I miss it when the bus came straight to my door.
I mean, I thought I was creative in middle school, but that's amazing.
I mean, that I'll tell you, it is the iPhone has given creativity to so many people. That's really cool. I like the way they did it.
I don't believe it.
You don't?
You think it's made up? You are so cynical today,
He is
Josh.
cynical today.
Well, I saw this video over the weekend. My wife showed it. Also excited and proud of these kids. And all I can think is there's someone behind it that wrote
Like a
this song and
professional
pulled out all these
videographer?
kids.
Yeah.
Professional songwriter, videographer, someone who.
It's the DJ from the DNC that did it. So
there it is with his hat.
Mike, let's close with this. Let's say when you opened your restaurant, you went a different direction. Let's say you opened an arcade. You would have to deal occasionally with complaint calls. Here's a complaint call that they don't have a ladies' room. They have no bathroom for women.
Okay.
And because of that, they're saying that it's a slight on women. This is actual voicemail.
Hey, listen, I was just wondering, is this a voicemail, right? I'm being recorded. Yeah, I hope I'm being recorded. I was just wondering if there's a ladies' room at your establishment. Because I had a friend go there, and she felt so uncomfortable how there's men room, and then
there's men room.
There's family room, yet there's no ladies' room. It's not a welcoming environment. And what, are you trying to play off the stereotype that video games are just for men? You realize women are smarter than males?
Women are.
They would completely dominate in video games if they took the time to care.
No.
You're pretty for business, you know that? Quit being weirdos at a ladies' room, all right? I'm not playing around.
Mike, here's the problem. They do have a ladies' room.
Oh,
they just couldn't find it.
Consider the source.
Exactly,
Wow,
but Mike.
yeah.
So anyway, if you go to the Cider Arcade,
that was Whataburger.
Just ask for the ladies' room.
Cherry time. Hey, I like that. Some beautiful video.
There you go. That's all I got for you today.
That guy came in and then he peed all over the 54-year employee.
20
It was
seconds.
Terrible. It's 20 whole seconds. You know, I want to move if that's happening.
Mike, think how long that is. That's a long time.
Oh, that's a ton of yellow. We got to get out of here. Rob will be joined by Adam Ferrara tomorrow on the Mike O'Mara Show. I will be under anesthesia and, hopefully getting my teenage cold and a clean bill of health. And we will return with the bonus show on Friday, ladies and gentlemen. So be good to each other. Get your tickets to Las Vegas. And good to each other? Is that what
Yes.
we're laughing at?
A friend is just someone you haven't met yet.
Let a smile be your handshake. For Josh Soroka and Rob Spiewak, Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Mike O'Mara's lovely feathered colon.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
You lost again.
And what time did Mr. O'Mara's review come in last night?
Oh, he didn't come in here at all. We're all on computers now. You see, O'Mara wrote his reviews on his home computer and then sent it in here by modems over the telephone.
Oh my goodness, how modern.
What do I do?